that project. We tried to meet with members of the PBIC, 4 of them never even responded.
Individually, without a real meeting, that's BS.
They never responded.
I can tell you, I tried to broker that
They
meeting.
never responded, Paul. Okay? So that's number
I
one.
can tell you the two
That's
people-
number one.
Paul, I
All
can
right,
tell
if
you
he's
the
gonna
two-
start berating people that are on the PBIC, I'd like to have my time to respond.
Well, please, for 1
I'm
second.
not
Paul,
berating
Paul,
anybody.
All right, listen, I
Two,
get,
two people which on that committee wanted to meet. One member currently on the committee with you was a very gentlemanly about it, called me, I won't use names. And it got me excited saying, you know what, they should get together and let's get this to happen as opposed to starting all over. It never happened for whatever reason, whether the dynamics or the interpersonal interaction was, I have no idea.
Well, I'm stating.
You know, but I'm just stating for the record that the PBIC did want to, some of the members did. And I would imagine if they were received a little more favorably, the others may have come on board. I don't know that, I'm making an
3 of them
assumption.
did.
Yeah.
But, claims are being made up here. Okay. Never once has the task force ever said, we want to build a new police station. We've always been of the opinion, we will find a scope that fits your $5 million budget. We've always said that.
Yeah,
We're still working to get there. We have never once said,
I agree.
we will look to the town to put more money into this project. We have never once made that comment. But it's being put out there that we're looking for more money, that we're looking for a new police station. We have never once made that comment. Okay? We're not transparent and everything. Our executive sessions have been reviewed by the Attorney General's office and been found to be in compliance.
Based on what you wrote into the minutes, Paul, you handed in late and under duress.
Mike, don't do anything to the audience.
So,
President, I would just ask the council to focus on the matter that's on the agenda.
we made a recommendation.
Councilman McGee and I had discussion about possible public hearing, and most important, the budget and the ability to pay for, get the most return on our investment. It would have been nice to have the drawings to show. I don't think we're gonna catch any traction there, Tom.
No, we're not. All I want to make sure is something comes in on budget and we get something worth it. I don't want to have extras. I don't like change orders. I don't want to see any change orders. That's what I want to make sure. If someone thinks they can look at this and find something that could cause a change order, if we can do that for free in a meeting, I don't mind having a meeting and seeing that. What would be wrong with that, Paul?
All change orders that are done in this project will be presented to you for your approval, like on any other building project.
It doesn't,
We won't make the change orders, and in any change orders that come, Tommy, I'm not gonna come because, hey, let's add this to the project. The change order is gonna be because when they open a wall up, they find something that was not anticipated to be there, which would be any project. You would know that. You would know that as a plumber, that you're gonna do a job, this is the price, you open a wall, you find something that you weren't expecting, there's gonna be a charge up to it. That's the kind of change orders that we may face. We don't anticipate a lot of them because it's a design build. The guy owns the project, maximum price. That's what it is right there. We're not anticipating change orders, but you need to carry a contingency because you don't know.
I understand that. I just don't want there to be obvious things like say not opening a wall, but all of a sudden we say, oh geez, we forgot this. I don't want any forgottens.
Like bricks.
If there's one forgotten thing, I don't want to pay for any forgotten things. That's what I mean. I've heard generators, towers, I've heard all kinds of stuff, furniture. I don't want to pay anything extra. I want to make sure everything we have is what it is. We're not going to pay one single dime extra.
There's an FF&E budget, there's a construction budget.
I don't want to be that fool on the council that everybody's looking at going, geez, Tom, you didn't look at this, and now look at what you did to the town. I don't want anything, any egg on my face or anyone else's. I just want to make sure, if you guys say this is on budget, nothing was forgotten, I don't want to hear anything down the road, what I did wrong, what I missed. That's why I'm being like, hey, the more heads in a game, the better. If you have 10 people Sometimes it's too much because you fight a lot, but if you have an extra, someone saying, hey, did you remember this, did you remember that? That's all I say. I just want to make sure everybody's in the game, we're all together, and that's how you get a perfect thing. If everyone has their ideas, and you might not like this person, this one doesn't like that person, but you know what? He might have a valuable point. I just want to make sure everyone has their valuable points, everybody's good. That's the only thing I care for.
John, could I please?
Hold on one second. So just if we have a meeting, you think it's possible to come out of this meeting where these guys are gonna say, yeah, all right, let's go ahead and do it. I agree with you. You think that would ever happen in a million years?
I don't know, but at least if we ask the question,
We
You know?
they may identify things. I mean, honestly, we certainly don't want to have any change orders. So if we have free dialogue here, but the budget's going to pretty much tell us where we're going. But it would be nice to have that, because I respect the people that we're.
So do I. But
And I didn't say you didn't,
But how about I just don't know, what I'm missing is what would this meeting look like? So, well, tell me how it would work.
That's what I'd like to explain.
Go ahead.
You misread what I said earlier, I guess, so I wasn't clear about it. But I don't care about the
Mike,
sketches.
can you come up here and
I don't want to see the sketches.
start again, please? No, I'm sorry.
I don't want to see the sketches or the drawings or any of that. I think the point was we want you to see the budget, detailed, to the penny. As I said earlier, the basing is $5 million available. I don't think that's what's available, because they spent about $100,000 this year. So start at 4.9. I want all the numbers to line up. I want a breakdown of what's in this FF&E, because it looks to me like it's $50,000 of furniture and $50,000 of technology. I want to know, are the walls partitioned walls, or are they supposed to be portable walls? And where's the budget for the portable walls? Where's the money for buying the portable walls to make the little cubicles? Or are we doing studded walls? You have no vision of what this building is going to look like. The historical elements of it were preserved in the prior design. They were keeping the tin roofs and restoring them. They would keep using the original light fixtures. I heard suspended ceilings. I heard, what is it going to look like? I want you to get an idea from meeting with the architect and have him run through it. What's this building going to look like when you're done? And where's the budget? How much revenue do we have to work with? How much money do we have currently in that balance? And what are the breakdown of all those costs? I want to know everything in there. That's what I would like to see. And again, I'd still like to see your budget for next year based on what you know the expenses are going to increase by now. How much are you going to have to raise the tax rate? I mean, it's a half an hour with the tax assessor, you could come up with that. That's it. But I don't want pictures. I agree. And it isn't for us. It's for you to see.
Mr. Vadenais, can you come up again? I got a question.
I want you guys to understand something.
No, just let me ask you a quick question. Can you just
No, I
explain?
want you to understand something, okay?
Paul, just,
Let me.
Paul, my meeting, Paul, let me explain
You
something.
recognize me, I have the floor, please.
I have the floor.
No, I have the floor.
Paul,
You
I'm not gonna
recognize
go
me.
back and forth with you.
Go back and sit down, I don't care.
Just, I wanted you to explain I'm trying to help here. Try to explain the difference of what a design build is and why it's different than doing it the other way.
It's different because you have a maximum guaranteed price. He owns the project for that money. That's the biggest difference. And there's flexibility in it. And there's less risk to the town. And getting back to the issue of how is this going to affect the tax rate? It's already affected the tax rate because this town wasn't foolish enough to borrow money when they didn't even have a project on the books. You've been borrowing $5 million for over 2 years and paying the juice on it, and you got nothing to show for it.
National Grid revenue is paying the juice on it. Let's not.
It has no impact on the tax rate. It has no impact on the tax rate. You've already rolled it into the tax rate when you borrowed the money 2 years ago when you had no project. That's the reality of it. That's the reality of it. You remember that, Mrs. Lawrence? You were there when you borrowed the money when you had no project.
Well, let me ask you this, on this design build, can there be change orders?
Yes,
Okay.
there can be change orders because there's always something that you can't see.
change orders so you can't see. And I'm,
So the
I'm,
maximum,
It's not a change order that we make saying, hey, you know what, let's,
they gotta come to us, I get it.
all I just wanna say is just make sure there's nothing that we forgot. That's all. I don't wanna be something that was forgotten. You know, like I keep hearing things from different people. Oh, they forgot this, they forgot that. I can't have that.
no, Mr.
anything
McGee,
done.
I'm here every 2 weeks. Every time you have a meeting, I'm here. I give you an update every 2 weeks. What do you want?
Can I ask when your next meeting is?
We don't know yet. Depends on what you folks do, right?
Last time I'll shut up.
I don't believe it.
Promise?
We
I'm only
We
playing.
tasked them with, right from the beginning, right, we gave these guys a project. We gave these guys a project,
Yes.
and we asked them to do something. And now they're presenting it to you, and you're saying, we're not so sure that you did it right.
We're not saying that. We're saying, we just wanna make sure. Like I said, did I hear that the budget was, 500,000 over the bid
No,
originally?
no.
It wasn't? Someone came in at the exact bid.
Someone came under what we had given you for a budget back in January. We gave you a $3.5 million budget for Kennedy, it came in at $3,018,902.
But the whole project altogether was,
The whole project is higher than the amount of money we have.
5.2.
But we bid it as 2 separate projects, not one project, so that we could do this.
So Calston, 3 million, correct? For KD.
$3,018,902.
And for Bushy, 2.4. Is that correct? And the total amount was 5.2 million, so we're already over 200,000.
No.
No, it's more than, well, from what I
You're not
heard
over,
this
you're not,
evening.
you're not over because you're not awarding that bid. You're not awarding the second piece of the bid.
and then can I understand that, was I told here tonight that both bids were close to the same amount? Is that what Mr. Flaherty had said? That one was, what was it, 2.6 and one was 3, they were close to the same?
Base bid
Kennedy.
B, they were all within a couple $100,000.
So they were all within a couple of 100,000
On base bid B, that was Bushy School.
on Bushy Store, but not Kennedy.
No, they varied from 3 million to 3.9. 3 million, 3.4, 3.5, 3.9. Four
Well,
numbers.
But their bid on Kennedy and your bid on Kennedy,
We didn't put a bid in on Kennedy. We gave you a budget, $3.5 million.
right? Okay. Did they have a bid
And
on
the
it?
$5 million that we keep referencing, that $5 million was the last number that I got from the finance director maybe 6 weeks ago. That's how much is in that bond. $5 million and a little bit more. Because it continues to earn interest, and even though we're spending money, you guys are spending money, it's adding money. Not at the same rate, but it's built back up that it's $5 million plus in that bond.
It's finance director's not here, so I take your word for that. So now I'm getting confused. Did council come in with a bid for 3 million for Kendall Bean?
Yes.
Okay.
Council came in $3,018,902, and that's our recommendation that you award the bid to council for base bid A as the lowest qualified and responsive bidder. Again,
I asked the question,
It's that,
who made the budget, the architect or the contractor?
we're talking about the, I don't understand the
Get the
question.
budget. Somebody gave you the budget price, was it made by the architect or the contractor?
We didn't know what the contractor was before we put it out to bid. I don't
Did
understand
the
the question.
architect make the budget? Majority of the architects about 40% lower on all projects they did. You need a high budget from a contractor. Based on October, they'll start a small budget with no cost at all. They'll come back to you with the exact price. And for any cost runs that be in your contracts will go change orders, any drawing that has mistakes is from your architect usually. The building committee has to go through those drawings, find mistakes, go through the specs. And if you have to open up a wall, they open up a wall. But if you're missing a piece of furniture, it's your fault, because you didn't read the contract right. It's gonna say 5 desks, 6 desks, 7 chairs, and that's what the contract's gonna say. And all of a sudden, at the end, you say, with my other desk, break the contract. It should say in the contract how many you get it. Per the furniture drawings from the architect. So somebody isn't going through the right procedures for the architects to the contract. I deal with contractors, architects, really.
Yeah.
Would you attend a meeting on Saturday night? We could schedule one?
Pardon
Would you be able to attend a meeting, date to be determined, so we could discuss
me?
this?
Gary knows my reputation.
Do you understand how design build works?
That was what I
That
asked
was,
you to
yeah,
explain.
John's question.
You hired Mark Sikosha, Sikosha Associates, to do design build documents to go out to bid. You're awarding a bid to Calson Corp. Calson Corp owns the architect now. It's his architect that's going to design the plans for that amount of money. It's in the money. It's in the money. It's not an additional fee. It's in that money. The $3,018,902. That includes Calson's architect. He owns the architect. The bridging documents were, this is the scope. Now they have to actually have stamped drawings. Calson owns that architect. That's why I'm saying it's a GMT.
So it's a different set of circumstances, what you was explaining.
We're not doing design or builder. That would be a mistake, in my opinion.
And the office stuff has nothing to do with this bid, really. I mean, with the office stuff isn't in the contract is bid.
Furniture fixtures and.
Furniture fixtures are included.
And the architect that Calson owns is going to provide that.
For $3 million.
$3,018,902.
I keep forgetting 18,902, maybe 18,900. Well, I appreciate it, and I understand that design to build is to safeguard us, reduce the risk to the town. You know, I just have the conception of having a guaranteed price and then there's possible change orders. We don't know. We don't know until the walls start getting moved up. I get that.
It's not just opening a wall up. It's bigger things than that.
Yeah, it was.
It's bigger things than that. But
I understand, I was just making it.
they know they have to open the walls up. He knows that. They've already done some exploratory opening up in some of the walls. They understand that. That's part of the deal. There are things that may come up that no one anticipated, that no one could have seen.
Did we anticipate asbestos and lead?
Yeah,
Okay.
we even had to break out a price so we know what their asbestos price
I
was.
just needed to ask.
And that's included in that price.
Yep.
The abatement is in that price.
Is the present roof can be asphalt? Is it an asphalt roof? You know,
It's going gravel, asphalt, tartan roof, whatever.
No, the roof at Renovation,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a shingle roof, just like that's on there.
Okay, because,
Oh, it's not the flat?
no, it
The
was.
flat roof is only 8 years old.
Yeah, that's right. I thought.
Right, they
that should count.
replaced it, was it like 90, between 85 and 90?
Which
The
roof?
roof at Kennedy,
Which roof?
the roof,
The flat roof over the auditorium?
no, the main roof,
The main roof?
you know? Because I got
That main roof was done before 1989.
that's what I said, between 85 and 90. Because I got all the slate
It was
for my
done before,
class.
it was done long before that.
Projects.
I'd
Yeah,
say
they were-
1985, somewhere around
Yeah,
there.
that's
'Cause I
what I
was
said,
still living at my
85 and
mother's.
90, because I was teaching sixth
I was still
grade.
living at my mother's house.
You know, there's a point that way, we're not, it's kind of eluding us tonight, that's not really being brought up. You know the answer to this, not to an exact dollar amount, but would it be fair to say that Dave Chamberlain has done over $1 billion worth of, overseen over $1 billion worth of projects? Between the, I mean, professionally. And the company that he works for is a very reputable company, beautiful buildings, and he's overseeing those buildings, correct? And now, Paul Nordstrom, and all these are very highly qualified people that are on this board. Am I right?
Director of Operations, Navigator, Bay Commission.
Right. So we're not talking about just some committee, and we might have forgotten some plumbing, or we might have forgotten this. These are highly professional, highly experienced people on this board.
I would say so.
Right. I mean,
I have a question. Most of this committee also built this school, correct?
Everybody but Mr. Biragad,
Okay, and did we come in on budget?
on the budget,
On the time.
on time, on the budget.
Thank you.
$1 million on the budget.
you can't lose sight of the fact of who we have on this board, right?
You appointed him.
I know.
I
And
don't know why they said me.
I just sit there quietly because I'm so outmatched. I mean, I know, compared to these guys, I mean, they, you know, what they know is, I can paint the parking lot, though, that's about it.
But not these.
No, not these, no. Well, if I do it for free, I can, right?
Oh, yeah, sure. It won't be straight, but I'll do it.
Does anybody have any more questions for Mr. Vadenais?
Can I ask something? I know it's not public, but I've been sitting here listening to all this.
Everybody else did, go ahead.
That's why I did it. You know, I worked for multi-million-dollar contractors for 10 years. I worked in the safety department, but one of my responsibilities was to review all the contracts that went out in the area of safety. So I've been